All right, what's up, everyone? Today we have myself, Jace Plays, and Sigma Squirrel with us. This is the Sharp Money live stream. It is January 20th. This show is sponsored by NoVig. If you're not sure what NoVig is, it's a peer-to-peer betting service. If you're looking for the best price in the market, it's almost always on NoVig, so definitely check it out. If you want to sign up using the code SharpMoney and the link in the description, you'll get 10% up to a $1,000 deposit. So you get $100 free if you deposit 100. So if you deposit 1,000, you'll get 100. So let's go over the game plan today. I want to talk about a little playoff football. Obviously, we're coming up on the championship game, so we'll probably lead with that. Then we'll get into some recent news. There's been some pretty big developments in the prediction markets. Then we'll talk about. We'll kind of get you guys back lined up with the current updates to the SharpMoney app, and also kind of a rough timeline that we're still, slowly building and working together here to get going. So we'll lay that out for you again. Kind of always changing, but we'll get that going, and then we'll probably finish up the stream, trying to find some value on NoVig, trying to find some value across the board using some of our tools. So, what's going on, guys? How was your weekend of football?
Well, it wasn't as good as yours. You being a Boston guy and me being a Chicago guy. I'll tell you, from a business perspective, our new SharpMoney app that's in testing right now, which we'll talk about later, had me 4 for 4 on spreads this weekend. So SharpMoney EV, the native WAP app, had me on the Bears. Bears covered. Had me on the Seahawks with enough confidence to notch it up a couple of lines over the market, and they obviously, absolutely destroyed San Francisco. So that was a checkbox. They had the Patriots covering, and our engine. Oh, what was the other one? The Bills game had
I'm blanking on the Bills too.
Absolute brain death. Had the Broncos, and the Broncos covered that spread. And I can't remember the last time I was able to go 4 for 4 in a divisional weekend. And with the limits being what they are, it was a great weekend because, if you do this regularly and you can't, your P1s are limited. Mm-hmm. There's nothing easier for someone who likes to do this often, right? Than to get down big money on an NFL playoffs. It's just the C's part, and you can bet your opinion with no bullshit. It's just you can get it down, and there's no hassle. And shout out to the NFL for making such a wonderful product that everybody wants to gamble on, and shout out to us for having a product that identified value. I didn't play totals this weekend at all.
Yeah, I wasn't really on totals either. I ended up grabbing a couple of Patriots spreads that came up right before kind of game time on ESPN or the Score app now, which I usually have like $50 max bets. I was able to get $300 down on one click, and I didn't try for more, but I could have probably got more. But just goes to show you that playoff football is a different animal. They're willing.
Yeah, my Pats bet was at the Score as well. For I got clicks in on some alts. It was great.
Yeah,
I was able to get real.
Yeah, same here. I had the same thing as you guys, but I was playing over and unders. I did pretty good on the over unders. Good weekend overall. I wanted to say real quick, the SharpMoney Signal crushes NFL props. That's my most successful market right now. Definitely something to look into if you have early access to it. I'm a Saints fan, so no playoff heart in it this year for me. Next year we will, but I know you guys are pretty tied in as fans. I'm liking New England to go all the way though.
To win it all, because it would be a disaster if the Broncos were in the Super Bowl, to be honest. Just for I think anyone watching the Super Bowl doesn't want to see Broncos Seahawks or Broncos Rams, I think, entertainment purposes. So I would really love the Patriots to take care of business this weekend because
I think the Patriots handle it. I personally also don't mind Sean Payton. You know, he was a long time Saints head coach, so I got a heart for him. If he goes, he goes. But I would like to see the Patriots.
Yeah, that's right, Anthony. We also did ID. If you got on Indiana 5.5 from the jump, you were very happy with the results.
I smoked a ton of Miami plus 7.5 last night.
I was going to say me too. Yeah, I took Miami 7.5
so they all hit
8.5.
Yeah, they kind of
good result last night too. I got to say, I mean, I was all up in Miami last night. I had a big investment in Miami, and a big investment through Kalshi. Honestly, built a position over the course of the last couple of weeks that I really liked. I thought the market was undervaluing Miami's defense by a considerable margin, and thought they'd cover just on defense.
Yeah, close game.
It was a pretty game. It was a pretty good game. Yeah,
they're a great game. They Caleb Williams the last play, but hey, that's what happens.
Yeah. You said you were out at the bars in Chicago watching that one. That must have been crazy.
Yeah, my wife and I, she's got a holiday birthday, so the week after Christmas every year, and so we took we imported her parents to watch our 900 children, and then we went downtown this weekend and stayed at the Langham in Chicago, and she spot out and read, and we did some museum time by day, and we're local tourists, and I just watched football.
Nice.
And watched our app all weekend long. It was great. It was like it was like, we remember what it was like when you didn't have anyone else in your life except for your spouse before children. It was great.
Yeah, right.
It was great.
I appreciate those few moments you get.
Anthony said he needs the path to win another Super Bowl before the Bills. The last 5 years, I picked about 3 teams before the start of a season to win the Super Bowl. I have picked the Bills every year the last 5 years, and they just choked every single playoff. It's very upsetting what Josh Allen can't do.
Well, it cost Coach his job, and I don't think that was fair. It's like the story this week is, how did he get fired and GM keep his job? That's a roster problem. That's not a coaching problem. But anyway, that's for another show.
Yeah, they felt like they had to mix something up, but who knows? It would be funny if they just go even more downhill last year. You can't be too mad about making the playoffs every year. And
the suits always keep their job. The suits keep their job. The fleeces get fired, man. That's and I think that's nonsense, but that's the way it goes.
Yep. All right, what do we have for some industry news here? I'm sure I got a couple things written down. I'm sure we're talking about the same things this week.
Yeah, a couple of things this week. Fairly slow week. We got a bunch of stuff about, how big the, handle was. I mean, Kalshi handle was monstrous. Prediction market handle was monstrous. And, generally regulated book handle was flat, but they had a good year. But, the news this week is if you follow Prize Picks, they're recently acquired by Alwyn. And they have continued to quietly broaden their footprint beyond traditional player props, which is, how we all know Prize Picks. But within the Prize Picks apps, 2 new offerings have rolled out under its Prize Picks Predict umbrella. The first is Team Picks, which allows users to make predictions on team-based outcomes rather than individual player performance. And we would call that sports betting. But this is a prediction market. So team-based performance, also known as money line bets, to those of us who, know what this is. Yeah. This product is currently live in 30 states, plus Washington, D.C., and importantly, including in California and Texas. So they're going to monetize those states while they still can. And the second is what they call culture picks. So they have team picks, also known as sports gambling, and culture picks, also known as betting on everything else in the world, which is entirely outside of sports. Of course, this feature lets users predict outcomes tied to trending cultural and entertainment events, and is live in 48 states plus DC. So they rolled out sports in 30, and they rolled out, what's, Spotify's top stream this week kind of stuff everywhere. And what's notable here is the distribution dime, because Culture Picks is available everywhere. Team Picks is selectively deployed which is to me a signal that PrizePicks is actively testing regulatory boundaries by product type. And I think everybody's trying to feel these things out. And I think the question, for 2026 relative to prediction markets, as I said in a Gambling Insider piece that I was in that got published yesterday, like there's a lot of ado made about this investment bank. I forget what the Citizens Bank had an analyst report that said prediction markets are only taking 8% market share, which it'd be like looking at Netflix in 2005 or 6 and saying, well, their mail order DVD business is only taking 5% share from Blockbuster. I mean, it's like year one. Like you just don't, like, it's just not a fair comparison. But I think this is the year that you find out who's serious or not. And I think it'd be fun actually to kind of roll with this idea live on air. I think we should do a serious or unserious rating for prediction markets, because what I would say is Kalshi, Poly Market, serious. Like they're coming heavy. They're serious. They're in to win. DraftKings, predict, completely unserious attempt. They've basically said, well, let's take our prices from our regulated sportsbook, let's make them considerably worse, and let's offer them in states where sports betting is not legal, and let's see what happens. And let's not give any market makers API access. Let's do this all in house. And it's terrible. It's a terrible product. Unserious. They're not going to go anywhere with it. But that's not their point. They bought a call option on a prediction market. PrizePicks seems to be coming heavy. They're doing this thoughtfully. They've got a new owner. The owner's in to win. We'll have 22 prediction markets operating by the end of 26, and it'll be super fun. But PrizePicks in the news on that. So that's that one.
Did you happen to catch that FanDuel Predict is also available in all 50 states? Same thing out of the...
I did see that.
Yeah, so the states that they're sports betting regulated in, they're offering finance and culture, stuff like that. So they're kind of dipping their toes in the water too, testing in states where they're operating as a sports book and also prediction market, but not offering the sport events in those in that
exactly
state. But
so it's what I mean by a call option. So it was the call option. You make a little bit of, you make a small investment so that you have an option to put to push later if the numbers make sense. And that's what they're doing. So they're going to call option these states and dare to get sued. And it's, when the Supreme Court says ultimately whether or not prediction markets are, for sports are legal or not, if they are, they convert their call option to stock and they shove. And then it's like, then we're all happy. That's wonderful. Yep. And if the Supreme Court smacks it down, then hey, we're back to the way we've been
square one
forever. Yeah. This is like same as it ever was. All right, what's up next? I got one more, and I only put this in here because of you. Today, Massachusetts blocked Kalshi.
That's what I was going to talk about too.
Well, I'll let you do that, and they will appeal it. But I thought I'd bring it up. I think maybe you should talk about it because that is going to affect your RFQ game.
Yeah, I was about to say, does anyone want to buy an RFQ bot from me? So Friday it's supposed to be banned, but I think they're going. They'll try to appeal it and get some extra time to keep fighting it. I'm assuming that's what they've done in other states. But so I didn't read into it too much, but the clarification, this is on all of Kalshi, like not just the sports betting part.
No, they shut the whole thing down, which is an overstep.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm kind of thinking. And then here, same week, FanDuel opens up their prediction market inside of Massachusetts as well. So it's like, and why isn't like Poly Market grouped into this either? Or, it's crazy that they've gone for Kalshi quicker than they've gone for the sweepstakes and other books and other, operations that involve sports betting. So kind of weird to me and very strange to see the timing line up with FanDuel launching their prediction markets the same week. See if that really pisses them off.
Yeah. I also saw something mentioned, another big thing. Well, I was just reading upon it, but Kalshi was mentioning that they have 630 million in open contracts, and just kind of makes you wonder what actually happens with that money if they're forced to shut down by this Friday.
Probably get the
Yeah.
current value back, I would assume.
Well, it'll get appealed. I don't know. So here's the thing, guys. Kalshi is, they had that semi-scandal in the last week or two. I lose track of time with this stuff, but where, they had that where they settled a bunch of NFL futures bets incorrectly. So a bunch of users had NFL season win futures bet on Kalshi over various points in the season, and they settled some of the markets incorrectly. So like the Bills, over 10.5, clearly, they had 13 wins, so they win. And they settled it as a loss. And, when people inquired, Kalshi said, oh, we incorrectly settled this as a loss. We're so sorry. Here's your original stake back. And people were like, what the fuck? What? No, this was a winner. This was a winner. And I give a shout out to Dustin Glauker, who writes the Closing Line newsletter. I'm a big fan of his and his reporting on this. I mean, he personally challenged them to correct their mistake, and I got to credit where credit's due. I think he had an impact, and they reversed their decision and paid all these out. You gotta watch Kalshi. Kalshi is a squirrely one. They will, if they're not held accountable, they will absolutely pick your pocket.
Yep.
And Polymarket seems to be a little more buttoned up there. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's just what Kalshi is.
Yeah, they've had a lot of.
That's to Jay's point. I hope they pay out the winners, and and they do it correctly, and they don't just pocket the money and give you your stakes back on winning bets. If in fact in Massachusetts you get shut down.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I even have any open bets past like a day or two, so I'll just maybe withdraw my money before Friday comes, just to be safe. But.
Yeah, it's federally regulated. The state's not going to force them to confiscate funds. I mean, that's. I think it's not like I don't know, and to name names, certain sweepstakes books that got shut down and made it very hard to get your money out.
Right.
In the sweepstakes model, you buy Monopoly money and you hope you can convert it at any point in time. They don't owe you anything because you purchase Monopoly money. So you have to trust your partner there. Shout out NoVig to our sponsor. Trust your partner. This is federally regulated. There's you have recourse federally if a federally licensed prediction market screws you over. It's a long, winding, years-long route, but at least you have a way to get your money back. That's what I got. It's a slow week.
Not too much to talk there about. I guess I'll lay out the timeline for our products release, things like that, and what we've been kind of working on.
Yeah, this is the fun stuff.
Yeah. So yesterday we launched to our affiliates, which is another really small group of members. There's only like 10 of our affiliates that we launched to. It's still kind of in the test phase where we're having them look for bugs. We've been working with a small team, finding bugs and different features we wanted to add over the last probably couple weeks now. And I'd say it's been running pretty smoothly. I think we're getting very close to a code stop where we'll just stop adding features or changing anything in the system and allow that to run for another week or so with all the test guys. Once that looks good, SharpMoney VIP will get early access to the product. That'll be another smaller group of people that have been our members for a while, but the product will be, it won't be in beta anymore. It'll be a true product without any changes going forward. So SharpMoney VIP will likely get it a week or two before the public. Once we roll them out, we give it another week or so, make sure it can handle the extra users. We'll release it to the Plus EV members. They can get their first access at it as well, and then it'll go public. So we're still lining up pretty well, I think, with our early February launch. First week of February is kind of what we're aiming for. Yeah. I'm not going to throw an actual date on it yet. Probably will when it gets closer. But everything's lining up pretty well right now. So I figured just get you guys up to date and let you know where we are. But we haven't had any big setbacks or any issues yet. So cross my fingers that everything looks good.
Yeah, we're in tweak mode, and I mean, anyone who's been if you're listening and you're not a member, what you'll learn about us is we say, we'll tell you exactly what's up. We're extraordinarily transparent. We're not going to release a product that's not working. We have not been thrilled with the way the bots have been working on Discord, so we're really aiming for best product in market status on this thing, and I think it is, honestly. I think we're shipping edges. Our pure top-down engine is 3 to 5 minutes faster than anything in the market right now. It is just faster. It's faster. It's that 30 to 60 second window where an EV is 4 to 7% on a major market, and you go, wait a minute, how? Al, you got a 60-second window to snipe it. It's picking those up. It's just very fun to see. And then, I got to give a big, Dime a shout out. He brain powered a proprietary pricing algorithm based on market signals he called Signal. And, we've got over 20,000 bets logged on, assuming flat bet units. And this thing is absolutely pummeling the market. And the thing is, it's the perfect kind of pummeling because a lot of these bets are negative CLV. And so we think we found kind of a holy grail thing here, which is an algorithmic pricing engine that doesn't generate a ton of CLV in many cases, close to tip. It's a great product close to tip for certain sides. I'll let you comment on it because, you've been looking at the math. It's awesome. And it will only be available to SharpMoney VIP members.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now, Signal, system, whatever you want to call it, let's call it Signal, is spitting out over 1,000 bets a day, sometimes 1,500 on a decent NBA slate. Right now, we're just working on NBA. That's the only thing we've really tested. I have great feeling that we'll be able to add, different props in the future and maybe even main markets in the future. But NHL will probably be up next. But anyway, everything's running great with the NBA and NFL. What I'll say is we kind of have this sweet spot before game times, 1 to 4 hours before the games tip off. We're getting like 40% of our volume in there. So that's kind of the sweet spot to be. But we're also profitable 30 minutes before tip when limits are high. So you're kind of getting value all over the place. It's like I said, it's beating CLV pretty well, but there are a lot of negative CLV plays as well. So I think it's not just something that's going to get you limited instantly when you're betting it, which is good. But yeah, I mean, I've been betting this for about a week and a half myself with the most limited accounts you could ever have. And I'm up about $4,000 on like a 17% ROI on a couple hundred bets. And I haven't been betting it nearly as much as everyone else because I've been just building the thing. So it's nice to finally get the fruits of my labor a little bit and bet it and get paid out for it. So
it's something special. I mean, it's the thing that allows you to monetize limited accounts. I mean, it's pretty great. And we've all been firing at it. There's nothing like it in the market. I'm not overstating it to say that this thing cooks, man. It's real good. And, more on this later. Let's just say that it's legit. It's really, really good.
I wanted to agree with Billboard. Billboard said it's been great for NFL. Has been great. I also wanted to say, we're hyping it up a lot, and I've been using it for about 14 days now, 20 days now, and it's presented me a lot more green days than red. But as it comes, variance is still a thing. So if you experience a downswing to start, I definitely wouldn't kick myself about it too hard. I would just keep on pushing. This thing is super easy to get volume with. So if you happen to just think everything is always green, it's not. We still have red days, but it's been pretty good, and we're very hyped up.
Yeah, Dime, you shipped a change today that reduced volume by about 20%, but increased quality. And I don't know if we want to give the recipe away. I don't think we're ever going to do that, but you know, we took bet quality up, we took bet volume down, and based on the rules you implemented, I could see when that window opened, the bets, you know, because there were like 5 to 10 all day long, you know, shipping unders all day, and then we got in the window and that thing started cranking bets. It was great. Really, I mean, honestly, great. And I'm looking at all these positions going, these were great bets. They're great. And they're not top down price to pinnacle. This ain't that. This is a different thing.
It's actually beating Bet 105, which is basically just pinnacle mirrored. So,
dude,
so we're not using.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you found something that we can crack bookmaker and Bet 105. We can't bet pinnacle in the United States, but if you bet, you can crack 105 and you can crack bookmaker.
And the props builder, Bet Online. I mean, props builder is a tool that's used by Bet Online for their props and lines, and it's used by like 5 or 6 other offshore books. That's all the same odds, all the same thing. So I'll get a list of what offshores actually use prop builder, but Bet Online is the big one that does. So we're beating prop builder, and you can smash it on 6 different platforms if you want. So
we're no fluff here. I mean, this excitement's genuine. I mean, we've all been doing this a long time. It's been a while since I've seen something different. Yeah, and Dime made it, which I'm so proud of it. It's so cool to see this thing cook. It's fun. So VIP, get ready. You're about to be mashing buttons all day and interrupting your work.
You want to be looking at the screen all day long because they do move quick. So if you're not kind of seeing it pop up, they usually disappear, which also goes to show you that the edges are true. If they were sitting on screen all day, you probably wouldn't want to play them anyway.
That's exactly right.
Anthony said, "Don't use Bet 105; they steal your money."
I got $1 million billion stole. I don't know.
It sounded good at first.
I mean,
billion.
Bet 105 it's legit. I mean, I don't know what I'm missing here, but I've had zero, zero issues with those guys. That's I don't know. It's all good.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like you guys said, it's something new, something, a lot of people bring products, and this is definitely something new. In November, December, my volume really died down. Betting felt a little stale for me personally, but come January, it's been full steam and ever since these new products.
I'm an idiot. I get it. Yeah, don't bet there. It's terrible. Don't bet 105. Their prices are bad. They will steal your money. I correct my prior statement. No one use it. Don't move these lines. Thank you.
One thing I wanted to bring up to you, actually. WAP added this new preview button up here, but it removed my ability to full screen. And I'm assuming it's just for...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks. I did not notice that.
So it's not great for this stream, but when I'm streaming, I put my face kind of over here, so it's not a big deal. But
for some reason I can't show on stage, but I just wanted to go back real quick. Justin asked a question earlier: will this be a new subscription or replacing the bots? And these will be new subscriptions. This is going to be something separated from the bots.
They're not going to be taken away or anything. If you still have a bots package, you can just keep it. You don't need to switch over. We've mentioned this before, but there will be a cheaper option for the Plus EV tool, the app, than it currently is for the Discord bots. So you don't have to necessarily think of it as you need to upgrade to pay more for this. It's going to be an upgrade, but you might actually be paying less. So we are days away from locking in price points and all the features inside each one. So I think within the week, we'll give you guys a real update in our Discord about the pricing and what are the features are inside of each package. So stay tuned to that. If you're not part of the free Sharp Money Discord, there's a link below. So definitely join the free version of our Discord for
notably, we are not shipping player props to the EV product to start. It is going to be a follow, but we want to give users the ability to create their own custom DVIG for player props before we ship player props. So we want to give that to you to be able to do, because there's no real sharp book for props. So everyone has a little bit of their own opinion. We want to give you the ability to, make whatever soup you want to make as a fair value. That's just going to take some more time. So it'll be a fast follow.
Here's one cool feature that Adam just added a couple of days ago, which I haven't really talked about too much, but we obviously can see our 3 sharp books. This is the graph that our members are used to seeing. You see the bookmaker price, the circa price, pinnacle price, and the pinnacle limits. But we also added this button up here, which is just a complete view of the market, and it shows you all of the books that you have toggled on. So you can just see that what is this bet? Vanderbilt money line, circa -115, FanDuel -105. So you can see the whole market. We obviously weigh the sharper books more heavily, but you can see the whole market right there. So here's a bet that I'm actually going to go place on.
It's a good bet.
NoVig.
I watched Vanderbilt pop earlier. It's been hanging around for the last 3 or 4 hours. These are good plays.
Yeah, three sharp books in the DVIG, and the recent movement has been downward. So Arkansas, was it -102? We want
105. It's a +105 Vandy bet, right?
Oh, it's Vanderbilt, yeah, +105. So that moved. Order book was gone. Maybe they have this.
AFJ said, "What bankroll would you think is needed to use a tool like this?" I'm not going to give a specific amount for a bankroll. Just make sure you factor in cost of subscriptions as well whenever you're moving with it. I think you could very well profit off of this with a $1,000 bankroll, like Chap said. Rob is right. I'm also very limited on a lot of books, and I'm now 10% on FanDuel. I still take the bets for $10 a prop. I take them on FanDuel if I can, but I still hit DraftKings, MGM, and Caesars whenever I can. I think it's still worth it just to squeeze the volume.
Yeah, I think you really have to view it as kind of your expected units won and what you're paying for it. So, let's just say you have a $1,000 bankroll. Your units are $10 a piece. Is it realistic to make 30 units when you're starting out a month? Definitely, because it's easier to find edges. It's easier to get down. So you wouldn't want to pay for service that's like obviously more than what you're expected to win. So it all depends on, your effort level, how many bets you're going to get down in the day. It depends on a lot of variables. And I actually have a YouTube video explaining what I recommend for starting bankrolls and what I recommend spending. But what I'll say is our entry level product here is going to be, I'd say, good for any bankroll. If you're taking sports betting halfway serious at all, it's going to be a good product and one of the cheapest products in the market to get your hands on. Good plus EV bets.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to, speaking out of school here, to say, what you're going to get in the core product is this page. You'll get EVs shipped to you. You can trust the DVIG. You can trust the edge.
Mm-hmm.
What you won't get are all the graphs and the supplemental information. And that product's going to be in the $30 range. And anybody with a bankroll, in the $1,000, $10 better, you're talking about a 3-unit profit to cover. That is, we think we've priced to your bankroll size. That is a perfect $1,000 bankroll customer tier. Above that, you want to look at, we'll tell you what the price should be in an EV to that. What the pro tier will give you is all of the charting, which says not only is this a good price, but you can look at the market movement and action to determine if you think this price will continue to be good, which is really our secret sauce here at Sharp Money. And that's going to be in the $80-ish range, that's for someone with, $2,500, $5,000 and up bankroll. You think you can make 8 units? You can make, yes, 100% yes. And then Signal will be on our VIP tier, which continue to be about a $200 a month product.
Correct. This is Vanderbilt, Arkansas play. We can see Vanderbilt. Like I said, Adam said it's been on screen most of the day. It's because it keeps dropping towards Vanderbilt.
Yep.
So
that's why I caught that right in the afternoon, and then it left, and it's come back.
There were 2 getting 2, and now they're -1. So money's coming in on Vanderbilt. I'm going to I only got a little bit down on NoVig because I didn't have much liquidity there, but I'm going to hit FanDuel while I'm in here. Vanderbilt minus 2.5 plus 132. See, it's a small edge. It's a 1% edge, 1.5% edge, but with that good market movement, these are the kind of bets that I hit all day long that close, 3-4%. So you get more value when you are betting with the line movement, and you can also play smaller EV plays because you can trust them. Max
Did
bet
the deep links? All right, cool. We had a lot of deep links fun today in this alpha release. I will I'll be shipping a deep links update to do what you did in Signal to make this work.
Sweet.
On the EV page.
Yeah, it's. I think it's mostly the mobile links.
That's exactly right. And I could explain exactly what was happening. Is it wasn't allowing device detection. And I have addressed that issue, and I'm going to push that release tomorrow for anybody in the alpha release who is annoyed with having to manually input bets.
Yeah, the deep. I'm so accustomed to deep links now. I don't think I could go without them.
I told you through our DMs. I only manually bet. I do not use deep links. I'm paranoid that it puts a target on my back, and so my alternate outs, it's all manual. I will manually enter bets after scrolling the menu, looking like a total square dipshit before I place one.
$50 on Caesars. That was probably the most I've ever gotten down on Caesars in a long time.
Look at that.
Heat first half money line. 3 sharp books, decent trend, flat trend, kind of moving down overall. So
I went and grabbed some under on this Rams and Seahawks game for this weekend. I've been seeing the under pop up.
The market's clearly shipped value to the under on that game. I think the game's 46, 47 right now. I can't. What's the main trend? That number was what, 47 all day?
Open 48 and now it's 47. So it's moved down a point.
Yeah, that's I think that's right. I mean the Seahawks defense is damn good. The Rams defense is damn good.
Yeah, but the Seahawks offense has been explosive too.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know.
Following the money. I took my heart out of
this. Ain't the modeling business. This is the market movement business that we're doing here with our EV product. So, the holy grail is when the market agrees with your model. And so I do like the under here.
I mean, you can see where the liquidity is on NoVig here. There's a big bet at plus 110, which is what MGM's sitting at, about $4,500 there. So I can't really get down any money on MGM. So I'm going to go ahead and basically undercut this guy by a cent to try to get my order filled here. So I will take plus 109.
Dime penny jumps for the fill.
We caught it first. 109.
Take that, Chris Dirks.
So I'll leave that. I'll see. I probably could have put a timer on it, but I don't love to leave orders on the market for long, because if Sam Darnold's oblique acts up again tomorrow, then this line's going to start moving towards the under again a lot. So one thing about betting or making orders on the exchanges, you want to monitor them for sure. You don't want to leave them just sitting out there for them to pop up on the EV page later and have the rest of the community pick it apart. So
you don't want to be the soft market comp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that action on this game. Look at that snap.
A little snap up and then back down, but overall market's downward. So this is a play that.
Yeah.
That I will definitely take. So I will go UNLV plus 16.5 minus 106. We'll see what's here. So it's minus 110 now. Fair value is minus 114. So I'm good to take it a little bit lower, especially with that movement. So I'll go 250 minus 111. So grab that minus 111. It's not going to be that 3.4% EV, but our fair value is minus 114. So I'm good to play it down to -114. We got at -111. Cool feature here as well as, we have this as value on 3 other books. So if there wasn't enough liquidity there, you could have just clicked on the other books and hit it as well.
Yeah, with that feature, we're trying to make it easy. I know we said this in previous episodes. The biggest problem limited bettors have is how can I get as much down as possible on a P1? And we try to make that really easy and just say, look, fire your max at all of these books. This is how you can get it down in the books you've selected as having access to. It's a nice feature. It's helped me ramp volume for sure.
And I'll break down my quick soccer strategy here. Bet everything.
Yeah, that's my soccer strategy too. $100 penny limit and a 3% edge on a corners total. Bet.
Yeah,
I mean, this just a bet everything is soccer a week out. I have like a 20% ROI on these early detected penny moves from, what is the date on this game? It's got to be 2 weeks out. Yeah, fuck it. Bet every soccer bet. That's
you don't
the
need
rule.
the money in your account for a couple weeks. Just put it out there because
lock it up. The return on equity is worth it. These early, the ones with a pinnacle comp, very specifically. And we offer 8 soccer leagues in this app. Every single one of them, take it. Just blind bet this. Just do it. Just take as much soccer volume as you can, particularly on corners. It prints. It's all plus like money print.
Just like how the bot is, man.
It's kind of like MLB first 5 innings run line and totals on our bots. I don't know why, but we kill it. We pick it off. It's great. Soccer corners, total goals, same deal on this app. Same deal.
Man, I miss MLB. I loved betting MLB.
Yeah, I always crushed it on MLB too. It's always my best sport.
Everybody hates it. That's my most profitable sport the last 2 years.
Everyone hates it for a week, and then they're tired of no NFL, and they're like, oh yeah, let's bet some WNBA and some baseball.
There's my signal bot for the last week, basically. January 9th is when I kind of started betting it. So 11 days, almost $4,000 there.
11 days on limited accounts at retail books, you've made $4,000.
Yeah. I mean, most of it, see Onyx crushing Onyx odds.
Onyx is a gift from God.
Cliff.
I must not be spending enough time because I can't get my FanDuel up. I see a lot of DraftKings. That's my most profitable though.
I don't even have DraftKings on my filters. I hit a couple just to probably track them basically, but I can't get more than $2 down on DraftKings, so I just skip those usually.
Dime, you're looking at Picket Pro. Do the people know that they get a special discount on Picket Pro for working through us?
Yeah, I did. I think I put an announcement in the update, and I also changed our Picket link, I think, in our Discord, but Picket reached out to us to offer, was it 10% off Picket Pro? Yep. I think that's what our link does.
That's right.
Link's in the Discord. You click the link and use the code SharpMoney. You get 10% off Picket Pro, which you definitely going to need if you are going to be filing taxes this year. So I always recommend at least signing up for the last couple months of the year. But
that and tracking volume on, like, these are volume strategies. You want to make sure you're tracking what you're getting down and where, and avoiding double bets or an overexposure and all of that. You need Picket Pro to do those things. It is the best product on the market. We've partnered with them because we all use it and believe in it. We've used it for years. I couldn't survive without it. Couldn't do my taxes without it. Couldn't analyze my results without it. Very, very good. It's worth the $40 a month or $30 or whatever it is. Look, I mean, what is this? 39,000 bets or whatever you got down. You got to track this stuff.
MLB. That's what we're talking about.
Yo, baby.
But yeah.
Boston World Series winner. What was that?
Yeah, that was a couple of free bets, I think.
Oh, I hope
One of the long shots.
He's still a D-Gen.
Oh, yeah. What markets?
Everybody's a D-Gen for their home team, man.
Still down in college football. That's unfortunate. In hockey,
college football, it's hard. This year was hard. I was off this year too. I wasn't Steve Fezzik off, but I was off. I didn't ship college football sides or totals this year. I did well on totals again. I just did not. I mean, it was just a goofy year.
Yeah. Anthony asked, what are we expecting for Signal MLB? Will be a seamless transition or will need some work to be done? I think it's going to be pretty seamless. I think there's a lot of little variables that will be adjusted, but like the core principles of how it works should stay the same. Like I said, we're going to start testing NHL props behind the scene pretty soon. So once we get 10,000 bets of NHL, we'll make some adjustments, figure out some fair values, and try seeing how that goes. But I think the same thing is going to happen with every sport, where we're probably going to run data for a month and then make our adjustments based on that. And then I don't see any reason we can't make it work across any league here.
I agree. Based on how I know your algorithm works, you'll find we'll catch them. We'll catch this stuff. I want you to tune this to main markets. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Signal for main markets, but that is a big ask.
I think it's gonna be a little bit more complex, but I think we're gonna figure it out. We
will figure it out.
Haven't got to dive into it yet.
We're in the market all day. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right, guys. You have anything else to say here?
I would just, this is it's a moment for our customers. We're looking forward to. With this is a big product release. There's a lot of value we're shipping. Feel good about what's being delivered. This product is real. It's a bunch of love and time put into it. It's coming from our brains and hearts. And it's good. It works. We're all in on it. And I hope it makes everybody a ton of money.
All right. Looks like Onyx is spitting out a bunch of Signal bets right now, so I need to get off the stream.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them in right now. I'm gonna let y'all keep talking. I need this edge.
But all right.
That Jazz game is popping off. Look at that. That's great. All right.
Yeah. Join the free Discord down below for more updates this week, the next couple of days. We'll get you guys the product details and our price points. So we just need a couple more days to lock that in. But if you guys also, next live stream will be Thursday night. Just be myself on there. We'll be kind of just looking through Signal bets and the Plus EV page as well. Kind of just laid back, finding some bets. So that'll be probably around 6:30 on Thursday. So if you guys want to stop in, I'll see you guys then.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hope to see y'all next week.